right now, at this moment, Arsenal are built different. Arsenal have grown, and they're a different animal compared to last season, and I think the previous 2 years as well. They're battle-scarred, they're battle-hardened, and there is now a perseverance. There is a togetherness in these games. I want to break a few things down for you factually here. Forget Brighton. Bournemouth did the double over Arsenal last season. Arsenal didn't score a goal. Arsenal have struggled, even this season, when conceding the first goal, to win the game. They did it against Newcastle right at the start of the season. They haven't been able to do it again until now. So in the second time this season when Arsenal have conceded first, that they have won the game. Bournemouth at home up until tonight, halfway through the season, have only conceded 6 goals at home, period, all campaign. Yes, they're 15th in the league. Yes, they haven't been killing games off. But at home, their defensive record has been sublime. Arsenal scored 3 goals today. Arsenal scored 3 goals. That is 50% of the total conceded goals at home all season for Bournemouth. Arsenal are on a run of games at the moment, and we spoke about this a few weeks ago, where they were playing, and I'll get the list now up in front of me, but they were playing, if you actually look at their last few games, it's probably easier for me just to look at their last few Premier League games and go and find that tweet. Their games against Bournemouth, the game against Villa, the game against Brighton at home, the game against Everton at home. These were all matches. They were part of a run of 6 games. There's 2 more to go. That Arsenal did not win last season. And they have been the better team overall across those games. They're scoring goals, open play goals again today, and they've won them all. That turnaround, again, a game like this, I feel like last season, this would have ended up a draw at best. If not, I mean, they actually lost this game last season. This Arsenal team has grown. This Arsenal team has gone to another level. This Arsenal team, I said it already, and I'll say it again, because remember this. There is a battle-hardened killer instinct now to this team. There really is. Because even in the first 2 title-charging seasons under Mikel Arteta, they had moments where they were scintillating, where they ripped teams apart. But you could see when nerves got to them. Even earlier on this season, only 7 or 8 games ago, against the Sunderlands, as an example, against the Aston Villas, Arsenal did this thing where they got late in the game. Maybe they conceded 1 goal. Maybe they were only a goal ahead. So tonight you saw it where they conceded. They were 1 goal ahead. And in the last 4 matches, where the biggest improvement I've seen from Arsenal has been, is they haven't sat back in that period and been meek. They haven't sat back in that period and gone, well, we'll just try and absorb and become deep and allow crosses into their box. Go back and watch that Sunderland game again as an example. Watch the last few moments against Aston Villa. What they did tonight, and I want to read you again another fact here. After conceding that goal, that great shot from Kupier, nearly 60% of the ball was Arsenal's. All the shots were Arsenal. They didn't give Bournemouth a sniff after they got their second goal. That, for me, shows growth. That, to me, shows a different animal. It tells me they're being put back together and they're built differently this time round. On top of that, you have got some monsters, some absolute monsters in this squad. And I'm going to break the game down a little bit for you here, because the opening goal I keep saying Brighton. It's my dyslexia kicking in here. I'll keep saying it now. Just ignore it. It's just going to come out. I've said it wrong once. I'm overthinking it. My dyslexic brain will keep putting the word Brighton in front of my eyes. I don't know why. It just does. Bournemouth started very well. Okay? They started very, very well. And it was a bit of a whirlwind start. And then Gabriel makes a terrible, an incredible mistake. I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to switch the play. But it kind of hits his heel. Terrible execution. Evan Nilsson gets the ball, bang, and puts it away. And you're looking at it and going, whoa, let's see how Arsenal respond here. I was very intrigued to see how Arsenal were going to respond. By the way, I'll reiterate that previous fact, just for all the Arteta outers. 6 goals conceded at home all season for Bournemouth. So to put it into context, they barely concede at home. The response was brilliant. They go up the other ends. They get one of their quintessential set pieces, Noni Madueke. I thought, again, didn't get a goal or an assist today, but these are those matches. And just mark these down. So mark it in a book, if you debate football. Mark it down somewhere. Write the time, the date, the game. Brilliant. The way he beats Semenyo, beats the second man, squares the ball. A couple of shots well blocked by Bournemouth, but there he is. The man of the moment, making up for his earlier mistake with, by the way, a finish that most strikers in the world would love to be able to pull off. 1-1. Then I'll be honest with you, I felt Bournemouth were then the better team for the rest of the first half. But it's also their Achilles heel, because I don't think they have the quality, the fitness levels, and the depth in squad. They pressed Arsenal to death. That being said, they pressed them to death. They made it hard for Arsenal. Arsenal weren't able to move the ball quick enough. But at the same time, it wasn't as though they were conceding mass chances. So they weren't creating lots of goal-scoring opportunities from this Bournemouth, but they were stopping Arsenal. But then again, Arsenal come out at the beginning of the second half, almost like they have a second wind. The manager giving them the hairdryer tweetment, and they come out with an authority, with a confidence, with a strut, with the right mentality. And they come out and they start brilliantly. There was half a chance, to be fair, for Brooks. But again, at a cute angle, shot was actually quite wide. And then the Declan Rice goal I just thought was great. They're moving the ball around at the back. And then they become a little bit more direct, Arsenal. And this was the difference between the first half and the second. I felt there was more direct passes. Ball knocked in long. The flick on was made. I want to say it was Odegaard that got the flick on. I think it may have been. If it isn't, correct me. The flick on is done. I think Gyökeres does brilliantly holding the ball up. The ball's clear because he's occupying 2 centre-backs. And then the ball ends up at the feet of Odegaard. Now, I reckon 90% of Arsenal fans went, shoot, shoot. Odegaard, the intelligence levels were amazing. Scans, he looks around and he sees Declan Rice coming in acres, lays the ball off to him sumptuously. Bang, Declan Rice, bottom corner, 2-1. Now massive pressure on Bournemouth. Arsenal then for the next 15 minutes are by far the better team. They make a big amount of substitutions. So you're seeing the Sakas, the Trossards, the Gabriel Jesuses come on. And the third goal, the winning goal, in fact, again, it was very similar, but without the long ball. Odegaard plays another delicious, well-timed ball into Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka, it was great because he runs towards the ball and he attracts the defender and the goalkeeper to think they can get there. But the explosiveness and power of the man and then a brilliant cutback makes it an easy chance in the end for Declan Rice, who slots it away beautifully and makes it 3-1. And I feel that mentality from the players to bounce back, the monstrous nature of the Gabriels, Declan Rice's appetite in this game, I thought a brilliant captain's display from Odegaard. 2 games running where I think he's been irreplaceable on that football pitch. Noni Madueke, brilliant as cover for Saka. Saka getting the minutes to keep the blood in his legs, comes on, gets another. I like the fact he got an assist because he gets a lot of stick for it. It was phenomenal. And then, as I already mentioned, they concede the goal a little bit against the run of play, really. A brilliant strike. And Bournemouth are back in it. And my view straight away was, I got told off by some of the Goonies in our communities. I'm like, brilliant ending we've got here. Anton's like, Terry, don't do that. Terry, don't do that. Please don't do it. That's what Anton was saying, right? But it wasn't a brilliant ending. Because it wasn't like a basketball match. There wasn't a gilt-edged number of chances. Arsenal just controlled it. They suffocated it. They killed it. 7 points clear at the top as of right now. Of course, there's a game in hand, but games in hands are not points. Always remember this message. I'm only telling you what my dad and my granddad taught me. Games in hand are not points. Anything can happen. Most think City are going to win tomorrow. All it takes, though, is João Pedro goes through one-on-one in the opening minute. And Donnarumma takes him out. They get a penalty and Donnarumma's sent off. And the whole game can change. There are no guarantees in this beautiful sport. There's more twists and turns in a football match than even a season of Stranger Things. No spoilers here. But listen, Arsenal tonight, listen, they had some really hard moments in this game. Bournemouth should be proud of the performance. There's no way they deserve to be where they are in the league, and I'm sure it will level out by the time we get to 38 games. At some point, their performances are going to yield wins. I'm so sure of that. I really am. And it was hard fought for Arsenal tonight. But do you know what? They got that job done again. That elite mentality. The fact they've been put back together again by Mikel Arteta. This time they're built different. They are stronger. And there is a belief, and you can see it right now, coursing through their veins. And they've got a fantastic chance of winning this Premier League because of it. As ever, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Get that done. Can't wait to read some of your comments back as well. But congrats, Arsenal. Huge, huge, huge win.